Hi guys, it's Lynn here. I hope you're having a blooming beautiful day. Now today guys, in this video I'm going to be trying another experiment where I'm going to be playing the bee. And today I'm going to be cross-pollinating my Schlumbergera orange Brazil, a Schlumbergera tendenza orange Brazil. There's this gorgeous orange bloom here with my white flowering Schlumbergera truncata cactus, and it's white flowering with a very pale tinge of pink. And because I've got the two blooming beautiful at the same time, I'm going to have a go at cross-pollinating them. Now, I've cross-pollinated quite a few Schlumbergera, commonly known as Thanksgiving and Christmas cacti, many times in the past, and it's nearly always been a success. As those of you who follow my videos will know, I've had a lot of success with cross-pollinating. Sometimes I've cross-pollinated them and it's not worked. A lot of the newer Schlumbergera cacti are often hybridised, and they're often sterile to pollinate them. It doesn't work. So I really have never cross-pollinated these two. I've cross-pollinated the orange Brazil before with my other flowering one, my red one and my pink one, and it's been a success. And I've actually had seed from this particular one, and I've got seedlings growing at the moment. But I've never crossed it with the white flowering one, so we're going to have a go at this. Now, before I go any further, I want to give a very special thank you to my wonderful fiancé Hansi, who is behind the camera filming me today. And if you're not familiar with Hans, please do go over and check out his amazing YouTube channel, Family of Cactus and Other Beauties, links up above. So here we go guys, let's get going. Now, as I've mentioned many times when I've done pollination videos, it's important that you use a clean brush. You can either use a little brush or a cotton bud. Brushes I find are better because cotton buds have the little fibres on that can sometimes be a bit difficult and damage the little delicate stigma on the cacti flowers. So I like to use a little brush, in this case a little eye makeup brush, nice and clean. And you can pick these up from a lot of the chemist shops, so even behind the makeup counters. If you ask some of the makeup girls, they'll often give you a couple of these. So make sure that you use a clean one. And a little plate as well to catch any pollen, so if it comes off you can just go on there. And what you want to do is, because I'm cross-pollinating, and the reason why I'm being is that sometimes if you've got other flowers on the one plant, you can cross-pollinate them on the same plant and with success. But because I've only got one flower on this one and plenty on this, I'm going to cross-pollinate, and it's going to be interesting to see if it does pollinate, what type of flowering colour this will turn out to be on the seedlings in the future. So this is the stigma there. And I want to get the pollen on there onto the stigma, which is that one here, on the white flowering one. And I want to get the pollen on this one onto the stigma on the orange flowering one. And as you can see, the stigmas look very different, and this stigma's fully open, so that's going to be quite receptive to the white pollen, so that's going to be very good. The stigma on this one is a little bit more closed, but I have to say I've cross-pollinated when the stigma has been like that as well, and had plenty of success. I'll just show you one that is more open here. This one is more open, so that's going to be more receptive to the pollen. But as I say, I've tried both when the stigma's been a little bit more closed as well, and it's still been a success. But I'm going to do both. That one's fully open, so that's going to be a good one to show you an example of cross-pollinating. And I'm still going to do this one as well. Usually when the flowers first open, this only opened up yesterday, and that's why the stigma's pretty closed. The next day that the stigma opens more. So just bear that in mind. It's sometimes a good idea to leave it when the flowers first open. You think, oh, I can't wait to get pollinating. Maybe leave it till the following day, when the stigma opens a little bit more, to pollinate. But the flowers don't last too long, so you also want to get in there quick before they do completely drop, as in this case that one's on the way out and that one has completely gone, as you can see. So what I'm going to do here, first of all, is I'm going to load up the pollen on the orange Brazil one here onto the brush, and you want to make sure you load that brush absolutely full. Now you don't have to think, oh, there's not loads of pollen coming off, because you only need a tiny minute grain to pollinate the stigma on the other one. I'll just show you, you can actually see the pollen on the end there. I'm going to be taking this along here. I'm going to use this one as example because that one is very open. Hansi's doing a great job there. And then you want to get that pollen onto the stigma of this one here. And just gently, you don't want to go hard, just very gently put it on there, very carefully, like so. That's all you need to do. And then in this case here, and I'm going to do the same with this, load up all of that lovely pollen on the brush here. As you can see, the same thing like that. Lovely white pollen there. And then I'm going to put that onto the stigma of the orange Brazil. Look at all the pollen on that, there's loads. Again, very gently putting it on. You don't want to go hard into there, you don't want to damage the stigma. And that's all you have to do. And that's as easy as you can see there, isn't that great? And as I say, I've pollinated Christmas and Thanksgiving cactus, Schlumbergera, many times, and it's always been very successful. Can't say for this, but I'll do an update if it's a success and let you know what's happening. But if you want to know a bit more on how to pollinate Schlumbergera, I'll put a couple of links up above and also at the end of this video on pollinating, my past experience with pollinating Christmas cactus, and how to, if you get seed pods, how to harvest the seeds as well, because it forms into little fruit. And if you want to know on how to care for and grow Christmas and Thanksgiving cacti, the Schlumbergera cacti, do check out a video I've made on how to care for and grow Schlumbergera, Thanksgiving and Christmas cacti. Links up above. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to grow cacti suckers in general, and you want to check out my website, please do, desertplantsofavalon.com. And Hansi, thank you for filming me, and thank you all guys so much for watching and all your support. I just can't thank you all enough. Thank you so much. And if you have sunflowers on your Schlumbergeras, why not have a go at playing the bee? It's always fun, even if you don't get seed. So I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until the next video, bye.